आर वी लाइव? वी आर लाइव। तो भाई क्या हाल चाल है आप सभी का। वी आर लाइव विद द एक्सबॉक्स गेम्स शोकेस 2025 जो कि समर में हो रहा है इस टाइम पे। तो भाई आज हम लोग बहुत सारे नए गेम्स देखने वाले हैं जो लॉन्च होंगे। और द आउटर वर्ल्ड्स 2 का डायरेक्ट भी होगा, मतलब बेसिकली आपको बहुत आपको सारे के सारे डेवलपर्स आउटर वर्ल्ड्स के समझाने वाले हैं कि आउटर वर्ल्ड्स कैसी गेम रहने वाली है और किस तरह से उन लोगों ने गेम को बनाया है। तो भाई इस टाइम पे 13 मिनट का टाइमर चल रहा है, 13 मिनट में स्टार्ट होने वाला है ऑफिशियल स्ट्रीम। तो भाई 13 मिनट तक हम लोग दूसरे गेम्स के ट्रेलर भी देखने वाले हैं। तो भाई सबसे पहले हम लोग ट्रेलर देखेंगे दी आउटर वर्ल्ड्स इटसेल्फ। दी आउटर वर्ल्ड्स का ट्रेलर अभी रिसेंटली लॉन्च हुआ था कुछ टाइम पहले। टू। ये रहा। तो भाई आउटर वर्ल्ड्स ना आई थिंक एक साईफाई गेम बनाई है इन लोगों ने। देखते हैं इसका
The
गेम प्ले।
developers at Obsidian to see the game itself, interview them about how.
Oh, the unspeakable things I'm...
तो भाई गेम प्ले देख के काफ़ी अच्छा लग रहा है। इन लोगों ने काफ़ी पॉलिश करी है गेम को। गेम प्ले काफ़ी ज़्यादा पॉलिश लग रहा है भाई। आउटर वर्ल्ड्स 2 ऑब्सीडियन एंटरटेनमेंट ने बनाई है। ऑब्सीडियन वाले यार काफ़ी अच्छे गेम्स निकालने के लिए
Now
जाने
this is
जाते हैं।
just sloppy. If I wasn't already here to kill all these traitorous fools, I'd be forced to use one or two as an example to the rest.
तो भाई आज इस गेम के बारे में हम लोग और भी बहुत कुछ जानेंगे इन द शोकेस। तो भाई आपको 3 मिनट का गेम प्ले देख के समझ में आ गया होगा कि आउटर वर्ल्ड्स किस तरह की गेम है। साईफाई गेम है काफ़ी। और उसका आई थिंक लॉन्च डेट कब आने वाला है वो देखा जाएगा। आज लॉन्च डेट आई थिंक रिवील हो जाएगा। सो लेट्स सी कि लॉन्च डेट क्या रहता है उसका। आईजीएन का देखें क्या, द गेम अवार्ड्स का देख लेते हैं। अच्छा सारे के सारे वही यही स्क्रीन चला रहे हैं आई थिंक। आई थिंक सारे यही स्क्रीन चला रहे हैं। आईजीएन का चेक करते हैं।
We can predict Ryan. Honestly, like Tim Schafer has a
ओके
wonderful
यहाँ पे कुछ
imagination,
इंटरव्यूज़
and I
वगैरह
just
चल
think
रहे हैं तो
of
देखते हैं।
everything
माइंड्स
that
आई
we've
के
had
बारे
from
में
them
इंटरव्यू
up
चल
until
रहा है
now,
यहाँ पे।
and hearing them say, "No, we want to do something new and original." Like that's exactly what I want from Double Fine.
Yeah.
I want them to have the best playground for creating whatever they think is going to be cool, and I think look at
we
that.
probably can't even predict genre from them,
No.
right? Because
Yeah.
the Double
So-
Fine's gone all over the place.
Point and click adventure.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some more action adventure platformer. Like the world's their oyster basically.
Yeah. Michael, give me a prediction. What do you think we think we're going to see today?
Maybe not the most exciting thing, but I do expect to see Final Fantasy 16 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake and maybe Rebirth as well make its
Oh.
way to Xbox. I mean, Remakes coming to Switch too. And I think it's about time that Square Enix kind of starts branching out a little bit more. It's not that they don't put games out on Xbox, it's just that their cadence is so weird. And I think, not that they're struggling for sales, but I think they've realized the limitations of being on one platform.
दो अलग अलग लाइव स्ट्रीम्स क्यों हो रहे हैं
With
इनके?
Xbox, they
दोनों
can
में
have
सेम ही चीज
access
चल
to so
रही
many
है।
other
अच्छा
people
जी।
who maybe don't with Xbox that they can have a rebirth, but I know that would take a lot of work, and that would be a lot to drop in one go. But yeah, don't sleep on the latest Final Fantasies because I do
तो
love
भाई
those
आपको
games.
क्या लगता है कि
I think it
Xbox
would be
के
smart for Square Enix to
ये
do that.
शोकेस में कौन सी
And I would like to see
गेम्स
I love that you're just
रिवील
getting
हो
totally
सकती
greedy
है?
with it. You're like,
मेरे हिसाब
not
से यार
one,
इस
not
टाइम पे
two, like
Forza
just
Horizon
all
6
the Final
रिवील होना
Fantasies.
चाहिए।
Come on, we don't
6 यार हो जानी चाहिए ना
There's no need to
रिवील।
wait. I mean, I've
क्या
played those
लगता है
games,
आप
but
लोगों को?
I would like to see other people try them too.
Yeah. I mean, Cindy,
5 को
the
लॉन्च हुए
economics
मेरे
of
हिसाब
it
से
are
3
just
4
tough for
साल
any
हो गए,
third-party
4 साल हो
publisher,
गए।
right? You just it's tough to make
I
money
think 4
while
साल हो
leaving
गए।
one
देख
platform
लेते हैं।
out anymore, right?
Yeah, well, and I mean, I think we can all agree on the fact that just everything is more expensive now, and that making games
हाँ,
and
4 साल
maintaining
होने
games
वाले हैं।
is not
तो
an
I
exception
think
with
it's
that.
about time.
So it makes a ton of sense to really take advantage of the fact that there's a whole group of people that
अब launch हो जाना
theoretically
चाहिए।
haven't gotten to experience these games, and I think it sounds like a win-win for everybody.
Yeah. Well, have you got a prediction for us, Sydney? Something you think we'll see at the Xbox showcase today?
So I will once more ask for Wolfenstein 3. However, thank you. I do think we're going to see something, and this might be wishful thinking, but something around Halo, the Halo universe.
Oh.
I don't think it will be basically anything, but only because I don't think they're going to say anything about Gears. And maybe this is me living in the past, but I just feel like I would like them to comment or give kind of that older guard of fans something. And we heard about 343 becoming Halo
Halo की
Studios
last game I
last
think Halo
November.
Infinite थी।
And they
उसके
have
बाद
said
कोई
that
खास
they're
Halo
working
की
on
game अभी तक
Halo
reveal नहीं
things
हुई है।
in Unreal Engine 5. So I don't think we'll get much in general in the showcase. I don't think we're going to get a ton of like new gameplay or super long narrative trailers. But I'm hoping, and I will put my hat in the ring. Is that a saying?
Yeah.
That we'll see something about Halo or a Halo adjacent property.
Well, you bring up a good point. Like, when was this is an honest question? If anybody remembers, when was the last time Halo was at an Xbox showcase? It's been a minute, has it not?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Has it been since Infinite shipped in 21?
Probably.
I think you're right, but that's a crazy amount of
That's
time.
got to be the longest they've ever gone without featuring it in one of their showcases. I want to ask the audience. So we've talked about this in the past on Unlocked. All right, so Halo Studios, they're going to work in Unreal Engine 5. They're kind of starting over. I have two theories. One, they're either going to do a remake of Halo 1 in Unreal Engine 5, or just go with Halo, like reboot the series entirely. Yeah. Like, because it's probably going to PlayStation at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like it's,
Yeah.
So would you guys rather have, by a show of applause, a remake of Halo 1? Anybody? All right. Or just rebooting the whole thing and starting over? I think it's the remake. The remake seems to be the reboot. Not a lot of I didn't detect a lot of love for the reboot out there.
I think a reboot, honestly, I think a reboot makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think that there's a new generation of players who don't have the same love for Halo,
literally
that
सामने
kind
ही
of that
खड़े हुए हैं।
grandfathered adoration and loyalty to the franchise that perhaps I do. But I mean, even my brother's not that much younger than me, and he's kind of like, yeah, I guess, whatever. And so it would make a lot of sense to kind of have a really clear entry point for new fans to fall in love with Master Chief again.
Well, we are now less than 5 minutes to go until the Xbox Game Showcase. I'm just very convinced that whatever Halo Studios is going to do, it's not going to be Halo 7 or Infinite 2. I don't see that as the next move for them.
यार वैसे
Miranda,
होना
have
तो
you got
reboot ही
another prediction
चाहिए।
for us in our final 5 minutes here?
Yes, I do. I do actually think, Sydney, we're going to see Gears of War. But not E-Day. I don't think we're going to see E-Day. Instead, I think they might, hopefully, for all of us Gears fans out there, do a remastered trilogy. Like,
So on top of Reloaded,
Yes.
it's already been announced.
So they have just pack and Reloaded. You got it. But then do 2 and 3.
So the Marcus Phoenix collection, basically.
Exactly. That's
right?
what we want. Just everything tuned up, beautiful. Because how else are they going to ship to the PlayStation, right? Like,
Yeah.
we really need these sort of updates. And, like, obviously, it's not maybe the most exciting for everybody. But as a Gears fan, I've been taking my twin sister through Gears. I'd really like to have that updated experience.
Where are my Gears fans out there? Like, anybody? Yeah, I mean, it's such a great series. E-Day is going to be so sick whenever we get around to that. So, yeah, it's and just having John DiMaggio back.
Yes.
Yeah, he's so good. Michael, have you got another prediction for me for this showcase?
Yeah. Okay.
What's that look on your face? Where are you going with this?
Listen, call it rumors, call it leaks, but if this is the showcase in which we see a Persona 4 remake, I will pop off, y'all. I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna scream, I'm gonna throw up. It's gonna go crazy.
The stage is going to be disgusting.
Production team, save that clip just in case we might need it in 2 hours.
When we see that, I'm gonna stage dive, man. I'm so.
Yeah.
That being said, that game does need a lot of work if they were to remake it. They can't just put out the same one. Persona 4 Golden is a great version of that game, but it does need some serious overhauls if they want to do a full-on remake. So if we do see that here at the Xbox Showcase, I would get hyped, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna pop off. But then I would do a little research in the background, like, how are y'all remaking this game? That's very important to me, but nonetheless, people be talking about it, it's rumored, leaked, now's the time.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think they would do the content that Golden has, or would they leave it out? Because I know that was the thing with Persona 3 Reload. It's like, oh, this is just the focused base game. Like, it's not extra stuff or upgrades or anything.
Yeah, that's a good question. I think, I'm not sure if I think they would, actually.
Yeah.
It's because it's not too much. It's not like with Persona 3 that's like, oh, we have the female character and it's a kind of a different route. Whereas for Golden was, hey, we put some extra content on top. So there's no reason why they wouldn't do that. But then again, Atlus's release plans are always kind of weird or whatever. But regardless, I think that if they were to remake it, there would be so much in there that it kind of wouldn't matter one way or the other. But hey. Watch me pop off up in the theater later when we're watching the
I'm
showcase.
waiting for that stage dive. Now I want this to get. Please announce this, Microsoft, because I want to see that stage dive. I see some broad-shouldered folks out in the audience that are ready to catch you if you do. Yeah. Sid, have you got one more prediction for us in the final 90 seconds here?
I think we're going to see something about Contraband.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that down too. 2021. A vague cinematic trailer, nothing since.
Yeah,
right?
that was a long time ago.
From the developers of Just Cause, so super talented people, Avalanche. Yeah, I had in my notes, like, if that's not at this showcase 4 years later, I'm going to assume it's canceled. Like,
right?
It's just,
Because
yeah.
they haven't literal
Just Cause, Just Cause यार अच्छा याद दिलाया उन्होंने. Just Cause का यार मैंने देखा था.
I'll give you my last one, kind of on that same note. Everwild?
Just Cause actually.
That was announced. I had to look this up. It's a pre-pandemic announcement. 2019 was when that was first announced. Then they showed it one more time after that. I'm kind of in the same boat with Contraband as I am with Everwild. Like, is this still happening?
Yeah.
If it is, it seems like this is the year. It's time to show it. So we'll see. I mean, there's a lot. They still haven't given us updates on everything they've announced over these last few years. So it's going to be interesting to see what we get coming up in less than 20 seconds. So on that note, it looks like the 2025 Xbox Game Showcase is about to start. We'll see you back right now.
Let's go to the official stream. Let's go. Invasion of Arcadia.
Do you think I'd care that the colony is in disarray?
Auntie
We
see
didn't
you.
come
What?
to Arcadia to get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up. They're not alone in doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out.
स्टार्टिंग से आउटर वर्ल्ड्स देख
They
लेंगे
could
हम।
stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing
I think this
technology,
is out.
which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism. Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory!
ये कैसा आवाज था भाई?
And earning for you. My heart and revel in you. Every last bit of my wage, every last bit that I'm paid, every last bit that I save is intended for you.
Yep. The outer worlds. गेम यार लेकिन बढ़िया लग रही है, नो डाउट। वेट व्हाट? क्या?
I know you'll be mine. Someday perhaps I'll own two. For now I'll take one that's brand new. 'Cause I'm yearning and burning for you.
Damn.
For you.
October 29.
An adventure made for capitalism by capitalism. Inflate our impressions and egos by staying tuned after the showcase.
Let's go. अब आउटर वर्ल्ड्स का जो डायरेक्ट है वो लास्ट में,
World premiere.
वो लास्ट में आएगा, इसके बाद शोकेस के बाद।
What's wrong?
I'm sorry.
वेट, हाई ऑन लाइफ
Just
है गई?
been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Humanzapro.
High on life, dude. No way. Is this high on life? भाई साहब, they are getting high on life too before GTA 6. वो तो पता नहीं GTA 6 के पहले आएगा कि नहीं, लेकिन भाई लेट मी टेल यू, हाई ऑन लाइफ जो फर्स्ट वाला सीरीज था ना, हाई ऑन लाइफ, भाई साहब ज़बरदस्त गेम, मज़ा आ गई थी भाई। एक दो गन्स तो सेम ही थे। अच्छा वो भी आ गया अब।
Yeah, humans are barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
Iron Life 2 coming this winter, भाई साहब इसी साल आ रहा है। So it is true, it will be before GTA 6, भाई साहब।
World premiere.
तो जितने भी वर्ल्ड प्रीमियर आप देख रहे हो ना, वो पहली बार रिवील हो रहा है। वो जो गेम रिवील है वो पहली बार हो रहा है। इससे पहले अभी तक रिवील नहीं हुआ है, वर्ल्ड प्रीमियर का मतलब है। असैसिन्स क्रीड वाली वाइब लग रही है काफी। A Plague Tale Legacy. Okay. 2026. अब प्लेग टेल गेम्स का मैं इतना बड़ा फैन नहीं हूँ, बहुत मतलब बहुत ही बेसिक सा गेम लगता है मुझे वो। नॉट माई स्टाइल। ओके, किसी तरह का हार्डवेयर है ये। वेट, एक्सबॉक्स का हैंड हेल्ड? इज दिस द एक्सबॉक्स हैंड हेल्ड? ROG असूस के साथ इन लोगों ने पार्टनर करके बनाया है। वेट, इज दिस स्टीम ओएस? स्टीम ओएस होना चाहिए भाई इसके अंदर। ना, स्टीम ओएस नहीं होगा ना, क्योंकि माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का है ना। आई डोंट थिंक कि स्टीम ओएस होगा। इम्पल्सिव ट्रिगर राइजन से बना हुआ है। ओके, ROG Xbox Li X, भाई क्या नाम रखा है इन लोगों ने ये। 1 TB storage.
At Xbox, we strive to put the player first. And that's what you've seen from us over the years. We've led the industry with backward compatibility. We championed crossplay and cross-progression. We deliver Game Pass, first on console, then on PC, and with cloud gaming. So what's next? How can we give you even more freedom, more choice, more ways to play? Our next step is to unify your gaming no matter where you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox experience designed for players, not locked to a single store or tied to one device. The Xbox Ally is an Xbox you can hold in your hands, bringing together the power of Xbox and the freedom of Windows. On this Xbox, you can play games across your entire library, including all the Windows PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and Ubisoft Connect. And the highly anticipated Hollow Knight Silksong will be available at launch and in Game Pass when the Ally releases later this year. In fact, every new game you see in today's show will be playable on the Xbox Ally.
Ooh.
We have always wanted you to have the
Damn.
unique experience of Xbox on any screen. That's why we're investing in Xbox Play Anywhere. Whether you're playing on console, PC, Smart TV, or any Windows handheld like the new Xbox Ally, the Xbox experience roams with you. Your library, progression, friends, and achievements. There are over 1,000 Xbox Play Anywhere games on Xbox today. And every new game you see in today's show, from our partners and our studios, is Xbox Play Anywhere.
Bye,
And because it's Xbox, you can always have access to Game Pass with a diverse lineup of games from the biggest franchises to critically acclaimed indie hits. This is the freedom we believe players should have. Any game, anywhere. And we are giving it our all every day to make this vision real. But it all comes back to the games. From Dead to Rights on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6, our relationship with Bandai Namco Entertainment has stood the test of time. We both believe in bringing amazing experiences to players around the world, and their next game does exactly that. From Rebel Wolf Studio, This is a story-rich action RPG steeped in dark fantasy that I can't wait for you to explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
भाई मानना पड़ेगा Xbox काफ़ी चीज़ें अच्छी करता है जो एक्चुअली में गेमर्स को हेल्प करती है.
Monsters have always been here, watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light. We feared for our lives, but we should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule.
Vampires? मुझे लगा कोई medieval century का कोई war game है.
Turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Their worst nightmare.
अच्छी तो लग रही है गेम, बट थोड़ा सा और गेम प्ले देखना जरूरी है.
Fighting to even the score. Fighting to understand the evil behind it all. He is out there watching, seeping into you, growing.
The blood of Dawnwalker. गेम बढ़िया थी लेकिन गेम प्ले थोड़ा सा और दिखाना चाहिए था इनको, पर ठीक है. जितने थोड़े बहुत क्लिप्स दिखाए उन लोगों ने तो ठीक तो लग रही थी गेम, बट लेट्स सी.
Premiere.
अब ये कौन सी गेम है भाई? नई पोकेमॉन आ गई? नहीं ना, मुझे लगा ग्राउंडेड दिखा रहे हैं लेकिन नहीं था. ये क्या है भाई? एस्ट्रोबॉट कंपैरेटर. भाई एस्ट्रोबॉट कंपैरेटर है ये तो. Xbox Studios का ही है क्या ये गेम? अगर Xbox Studios का ही है तो भाई Xbox वो है, एस्ट्रोबॉट कंपैरेटर है भाई तो. भाई साहब इतनी डिटेल में बनाने की ज़रूरत नहीं थी भाई. ये सुपर मीट बॉय 3D. भाई मुझे लगा एस्ट्रोबॉट कंपैरेटर है ये तो. ब्लड एंड गोर सब दिखा दिए इन लोगों ने. ये गेम बच्चे नहीं खेल पाएंगे अब.
Watch your back, Yakumo.
Ninja
You're a wanted
Gaiden.
criminal now.
I'll kill the Dark Dragon myself. It's my mission. My duty as a Raven Ninja.
Breaking the Dark Dragon free has its consequences.
Hack and slash.
This is it.
Sayori.
Ryu, there's something I need your help with.
ऐसी सारी गेम्स में ना कॉम्बैट भले ही आपको अच्छा लगता हो कि भाई अरे क्या ज़बरदस्त खेल रहा बंदा, लेकिन इफ़ेक्ट्स बहुत सारे डाल देते हैं ना ये लोग, तो वो मज़ा किरकिरा हो जाता है बिल्कुल। गेम के अंदर बहुत ज़्यादा इफ़ेक्ट्स डाल देते हैं लोग।
The Dark Dragon is mine.
निंजा गाइडर ही था एक्चुअली में। बथेस्डा की तरफ से क्या आ रहा है भाई? वेट व्हाट? इंडियाना जोन्स का DLC है क्या कोई?
Here we go.
Good luck, Indy.
What are you doing, Jones? Are you crazy?
This is where it starts. Beneath the streets of Rome. Enter the city of Antioch. Find a secret relic. Bring it back to the Holy See. Defend the secret. They worshipped the giants.
I think कोई नया DLC है। The Order of Giants।
World premiere.
एक और वर्ल्ड प्रीमियर। लेट्स सी क्या है भाई नया।
はるか昔この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕んだ。
गेम फ्री। I don't know, काफी अनरियल इंजन 5-ish लग रहा है, टिपिकल।
西暦4026年、人類は滅亡を待つのみ。封じ子エマ、お前こそが輪廻の獣を滅ぼす刃となる。
नेक्स्ट टिपिकल अनरियल इंजन 5 वाला गेम लग रहा था। Xbox Game Studios, let's see, Halo।
The glittering streets of Avalon sure do shine, because they swoop their filth down to us.
अरे ये वो था ना, क्लॉक वर्क करके कुछ गेम था, वो है शायद ये। क्लॉक वर्क रेवोल्यूशन ऐसा कुछ नाम था, वो है क्या?
Life here ain't for the soft-hearted.
You will be paying me back until you fucking rust.
It ain't for the spineless.
Keep your filthy pickers off me!
And it sure as shite ain't for the decent.
That's a clean sweep for one.
There has been a crime! Justice itself has been affronted! I have been burgled!
Lord Griswick.
Burgled!
Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill? We can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down a bit. They were, trust your instincts, sir.
Tall.
Yes, sir.
Built rather slim, well, muscular.
Mm-hmm.
Was very quick, agile.
Go on.
With a mustache. No, larger.
I see.
Quite fashionable. That's the fiend who robbed me.
They got my good side this time. Breaking in is the easy part.
What?
Your brandy, sir.
Getting away with it is the real trick.
These candlesticks ain't gold. Worthless and dull, just like you. Nah, I have a customer. How can I help you?
I'd rather talk to you, Errol. Sounds like I'll get a better deal.
You talk to me first, and him never. Got it?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy? I say I'm touchy!
There. Anything else you'd care to say to Errol? Brains. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Round here, it's all sharp edges, empty pockets, and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
No, no! I'll hurt you, you fucking meatsack! I'll leave you with a pissing bed of peaches!
You'd either got a gang at your back, or a knife in it.
We're family here. Family takes care of its own.
Can't put a price on that, can you?
Them's in charge. They don't keep order.
Decent लग रही है गेम, लेकिन वो नहीं है कि वो टॉप गेम है, जबरदस्त गेम है. वो वाली फीलिंग नहीं आ रही. Decent है.
Broken.
खेल सकते
Too
हैं.
scared to fight back.
I don't want to kill him.
That's why it pays to be clever and well armed. Let's go and end a few arguments.
Looks good.
Don't get cocky. They've got a weapon far worse.
कौन सा स्टूडियो काम कर रहा है इसके पीछे?
And if they can rewrite history, they can rewrite us. But look who just found Mummy's keys. Now I can fiddle with time. Put the bullet back in the barrel. Bring the chaos to a crawl. Take a mistake and make it like it never happened. We can change the world as we know it.
ये सारे features already trailers में दिखा चुके हैं.
And I can even go back and change the past to change the future. And let me tell you, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits
Weapons ना
got the
काफी
gun.
Destiny की तरफ feel दे रहे हैं weapons. Destiny की तरफ feel दे रहे हैं काफी ज़्यादा. See, the fusion rifle हुआ करता था Destiny में. Release date है क्या?
Now let
Coming
me
in
alone
due
and
time.
piss off.
भाई और कितना टाइम लगाएंगे?
Our creative teams are dedicated
to bringing players award-winning, record-breaking, critically acclaimed games. Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision, Doom, The Dark Ages from Bethesda, Diablo 4, Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard, and Avowed from Xbox Game Studios. All of our teams across Xbox First Party are shipping their most played games ever, and they're also delivering more content than ever before. From original single-player experiences to vast online worlds, our teams are empowered to build the games they've always dreamed of. We want our players to have the choice and flexibility of where and how they play the games our teams make. So of course, our games will be available day one in Game Pass, and every new game we make for both Xbox consoles and PC will be Xbox Play Anywhere. On behalf of our creative teams, thank you. These experiences don't stop when you put down the controller. As you've seen in recent years, more and more of our characters, stories, and worlds are expanding to brand new audiences through TV and film. A Minecraft movie and the Fallout TV series broke records and brought millions of players into the game. We have more projects in the works as gaming continues to influence film and television like never before. When it comes to growing new franchises, Obsidian is having a year like no other. From launching a blockbuster new game like Avowed to the upcoming release of The Outer Worlds 2 this October. Obsidian is always delivering great games, and they have a third game launching this year. You'll get to go deeper on it in our Direct, but until then, let's take a look.
World premiere.
Damn, Obsidian की तरफ से तीसरी गेम कौन सी है भाई?
I told you, you can't run from me, you foul beast! With new flexible legs, the Yoke Girth action figure can ride anything!
Breaking news. There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will and left to fight for their survival in the backyard of a deranged scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies was set to dedicate a statue of the 4 teenagers, fast food science robot Burgle and Dr. Tully, when an explosion erupted. Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current whereabouts are also unknown.
You gotta keep them separated.
भाई ये कैसे क्रिएचर्स डाल दिए इन लोगों ने? Of course the spiders. ग्राउंडेड का अभी आया था एक नया DLC और इन लोगों ने ग्राउंडेड का कोई DLC नहीं हो सकता है, DLC डाल रहे हैं क्या ये लोग? क्योंकि मैप और ये सारी चीज़ें सेम ही लग रही है मुझे। ग्राउंडेड 2 नेवर माइंड जुलाई 29 ओके अच्छा गेम प्रीव्यू डैम ब्रो
The predecessor ND3500 reached. Accessing predecessor's
ग्राउंडेड भाई मैंने काफ़ी खेल रखी है, मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगी थी ग्राउंडेड।
I have encountered an unprecedented orphan. It was in a state of suppressed recomposition.
The behavior pattern of the orphans populating the area is highly unusual. They become exceptionally aggressive.
recommended to proceed with caution.
They seem to act more consistently, in coordination.
Destroying the nest is now a priority.
Such is our calling. Such is our calling.
Chrono is the new dawn. Yeah, next. कुछ खास नहीं लगा मुझे. Another Bethesda. ये DLC, इसका DLC आते रहता है बहुत.
World premiere.
Another world premiere. भाई कितने world premiere डालेंगे लोग?
Mayday! Mayday! Hold one to mission control. We're falling. Thomas, the ship's breaking apart. There's no time. Evacuate now. Thomas, come in.
Ariane, you sacrificed everything for a new world, to save mankind. And I'll always love you for that.
Don't nod. Death Stranding. Death Stranding है क्या? Walking Simulator. Yep. Death Stranding में से मैंने फर्स्ट वाली खेल रखी है. अच्छी थी भाई. ऐसे जितना लोग उसको हेट करते हैं उतना नहीं है. इट्स जस्ट लाइक बैठ के पीछे रिलैक्स करो, चिल मारो. और विजुअल्स बहुत अच्छे बनाते हैं भाई वो लोग, जैसा कि आप देख ही सकते हो.
Thomas, wherever you are, I'll find you.
Aphelion. Wait, what? This was not Death Stranding? भाई मतलब Death Stranding का literal clone लग रहा था भाई वो.
Welcome to England, Mr. David. I know this must be a shock,
एक
having
और
never
world
met your
premiere.
real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been in your family for generations, much like the caretaker. He's
भाई literally
little
Death Stranding लग रहा था वो.
You'll see.
Let me welcome you to the Grand, a hotel famous across the
सब कुछ ठीक होते जा रहा है तो इसकी एज क्यों नहीं घटी भाई?
Every room used to be in such high demand. Your wish I'll command here at the Grand.
Well, hello there. It looks like you're about to do some renovations. Would you like some help with that?
So, my father was renovating the hotel when he disappeared?
Not just the hotel. He was helping the entire village. You have his power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off. You seem like a good man. Like he was.
I'm in. They don't suspect a thing.
Just make sure the locals don't get wind of what you're really up to. Because if they find out, they will Wickerman your ass.
You keep looking into things, and things are gonna start looking bad. Don't make the same mistake your father made.
भाई अभी तक तो renovation simulator चल रहा था, ये क्या हो
The
गया?
only one you can really trust is me.
क्या है भाई? क्या? There are no ghosts as at the Grand. No idea भाई, बहुत ही weird game लगी मुझे.
There are as many gods in the world as there are stars in the heavens. And when we need their help, they send us a hero. Who would have guessed the defender of my homeland would be my daughter?
She unlocked the heavenly spear, but is she worthy?
Strategy game है. Top down strategy. आगे बढ़ो.
You can't rule if the heavenly spear is mine.
주권 국가의 자주적 결정을 누가 허락하는가? 만약 이 결정이 패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단의 이익을 저해한다면 당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며 반대로 누군가는 당신의 의사결정에 영향을 주려 한다는 것을 인지할 때 자신만의 온전한 입장을 세울 수 있지 않을까? 당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단인가?
코리안 게임은
그렇게 믿고 있거나 믿고 싶을 뿐.
हो चुका है यार।
당신은 무엇 때문에 분노하는가? 당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것인가?
कभी ये लोग ह्यूमंस को मार रहे हैं, कभी ज़ॉम्बी देख रहे हैं।
누군가 당신의 분노를 이용한다.
गेम प्ले अच्छा लग रहा था भाई।
지정태. 지정태.
Mudang 2 Hearts 2026 ओके। गेम प्ले काफी अच्छा लगा। लेट्स सी, लेकिन थोड़ा ढंग से देखना पड़ेगा गेम प्ले। अनदर वर्ल्ड प्रीमियर।
E ora Olaien lo ite fatili. Novo.
Isometric platformer.
Te che maite mana. Muite unanite waiora. Dia. Novo tua libemo iwalotaname. Ona utalima di efema. Teonami. Toma tua calio, terali.
26 ऐसी गेम्स और किसी को पसंद हो या ना हो, लेकिन भाई मुझे तो बहुत पसंद आती है ऐसी गेम्स। जो विजुअल स्टाइल बनाते हैं ना ये लोग, बहुत ही ज़्यादा यूनिक और ज़बरदस्त लगता है। विजुअली अपीलिंग गेम्स होती हैं ये सारी। विजुअल्स बहुत अच्छे होते हैं इनके। प्लैनेट ऑफ लाना 2। Bethesda. Fallout 76 DLC आ रहा है क्या Fallout का वापस?
Well, hello there. Beautiful day to relax by the old fishing hole, wouldn't you say? When it comes to fishing, Appalachia is a land aswim with opportunity. Yes, you'll find fish of all flavors in every walk of waterway, from its mightiest of rivers to its humblest of ponds. Just step up to the bank, cast your line, and when your bobber starts bobbing, reel in the rewards. What do you got on there, Jed?
Worms!
And how are they biting today?
See for yourself.
Bagging the big fish starts with finding the right tools for the job. There are as many unique combinations of rods, reels, bobbers, and baits as there are fish in the sea. And when you've caught your fill, pop over to the local tackle shop to swap fish tails. Can you smell that? No matter what troubles plague the future wastelands of Appalachia, you can always find comfort in cozy little joys like this. You just gotta know where to look. Vault Life is your ticket to easy living. Design and build your own little slice of
Fishing
paradise.
simulator है क्या
A
भाई?
place to show off all the bits and bobs you collect in your travels. Got a green thumb? Plant your own peaceful vegetable garden. And nothing warms the heart like a neighborhood cookout. Ah, community makes a wasteland a waste home. Join today, and tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
Gone fishing. I think fishing का एक नया
World premiere.
फीचर डाल रहे होंगे गेम में. Don't care. आगे बढ़ो. एनीमे गेम आ रही है तो 4-player co-op. नेक्स्ट
World
भाई कितने
premiere.
वर्ल्ड प्रीमियर है ये, बस कर लो. पॉपरूम स्टूडियो. अरे यार पोकेमॉन गेम भाई. निंटेंडो वाले फिर आ जाएंगे तुम्हारे पीछे. भाई लिटरली पावर लग रहा है ये. डोंट टेल मी पावर वर्ल्ड का ही दूसरा गेम आ रहा है. यार अभी एक सेकंड भाई, ये लिटरली पावर वर्ल्ड ही लग रहा है. पावर वर्ल्ड 2 आ रहा है क्या? यार ये क्या है ये भाई, बिल्कुल व्हाट. पहले डेथ स्ट्रैंडिंग के साथ हुआ, फिर अभी पाल वर्ल्ड के. भाई पाल वर्ल्ड बिल्कुल.
Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I just want to say thanks to everyone for all the love and support we've seen since we announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 a few months ago. These games have changed my life, but more than that, I've seen them help spread a love and appreciation for skating all over the world, and that means everything to me and the team. I can't wait for you all to experience the game. It's been rebuilt with so much care and attention to detail, with some brand new parks, new music, new skaters, and more. And you can enjoy it all with your friends with up to 8 players in multiplayer. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th, and we have a lot more surprises to come. Check out the launch trailer now.
आप लोगों ने खेला है कभी टोनी हॉक का जो स्केटिंग गेम रहता था पहले PS2 और ये सब पे, क्या आपने कभी खेला है? मैंने तो खेल रखा है पहले। हाँ ये वाला भाई साहब, यही इन लोगों ने दिखा के नॉस्टैल्जिया हिट करा दिया भाई। ये क्या न्यूटन निंजा क्या कर रहा है भाई यहाँ पे? Play the demo today. Okay. Let's see. भाई एक और वर्ल्ड प्रीमियर। स्पिरिट फेरर मैंने एक बार डाउनलोड करी थी लेकिन टाइम नहीं मिला मुझे खेलने का। बट दिस डजंट लुक गुड। वो विजुअल्स इतने अच्छे नहीं हैं इस गेम के। नो जिस तरह से वो वाला गेम हिट किया था ना, वो पहले जो दिखाया था प्लेटफॉर्मर, वैसा कुछ खास हिट नहीं हुआ इस गेम में। आगे बढ़ो भाई। एट फेट्स एंड अच्छा ही हुआ तो उस वाली गेम के लिए टाइम नहीं मिला मुझे। Xbox Game Studios, Gears of War. Wait. बंदा वहीं पे ऐसे नॉर्मली खड़ा रहा भाई। रीमास्टर कर रहे हैं ये लोग। इज कमिंग टू मोर प्लेयर्स देन एवर बिफोर। आई थिंक प्ले स्टेशन लॉन्च हो रहा है ना ये, वो दिखा रहे हैं मुझे लग रहा है। यार गेम तो वही वाला लग रहा है जो है 1, 2, 3 जो सीरीज थी।
think you can still find your way back home, Phoenix?
Gears of War लेकिन बहुत अच्छी गेम है, बहुत अच्छी।
Looks like they upgraded.
Let's ball.
Let's do this. This is gonna be awesome.
Gears of War Reloaded. Okay. August 26. भाई कितने वर्ल्ड प्रीमियर आ रहे हैं आज। Xbox ने बस दबा के रखे थे सारे के सारे गेम, आज पेलते जा रहे हैं लोग। Chinese game. What? तो PS2 के ज़माने वाला गेम लग रहा है। Persona 4. Damn. कोई डेट नहीं था लेकिन। हेलो दिखा दे भाई।
The Smugglers League is always there. But you won't see us. You won't hear us. And the only way you'd ever know is if that's what we wanted. As smugglers, we deal in the goods others are afraid to handle. Guns, explosives.
And don't forget the rum.
It's a life of danger like no other. So I guess my question is, can you handle that?
A new role to play.
Getting your hands on gold is one thing, but you should know that this is what we're really after. The bigger the boom, the better. Smugglers need to be adaptable. It's more than moving under moonlight and shadows. You should be ready to take advantage of others' misfortune. Stealing, of course, is always an option. Just do whatever it takes to get the job done. You are pirates, after all.
Welcome, my friends, to the Smugglers League. You're paying for that.
Okay, next. अब क्या है? अच्छा एक और वर्ल्ड प्रीमियर, of course.
Premiere.
Of course. Why not?
Hope you're not in a hurry because northbound is backed up all the way to 18th Street, and the southbound ain't looking much better. So you might
This is ridiculous.
अब ये कौन सा गेम है?
Are you one of them? You're here, but it's
The hell? What? Quarter up.
Had enough yet?
No, Dad, not even close.
Hoped you'd understand why I had to do this. Accept our rule or die.
I'd like to propose a third option.
ये कौन सा सस्ता मार्वल है भाई?
I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good. I'm
Invincible.
I trusted you!
ये वो मोबाइल गेम के एड्स नहीं होते कि भाई ज़बरदस्त ग्राफिक्स और ज़बरदस्त चीज़ें दिखा के ज़बरदस्त गेम प्ले। फिर टॉप डाउन दिखा दो, तो वो वैसा वाला लगा थोड़ा सा मुझे। ओके, आगे बढ़ रहा है।
Need a hand? Might want to look up.
See how you like this? It's an army.
I am ending you. I see it all now.
मॉडल कॉम्बैट का क्या बोलते हो, फेटालिटी। The weight is almost over square inch. फाइनल फैंटेसी कौन सा नंबर आ गया भाई फाइनल फैंटेसी में? तो मुझे तो अब याद भी नहीं रहता है इसका नंबर। 16, 17, 18 पता नहीं कौन सा चल रहा है। फाइनल फैंटेसी 7 का रीमेक है। अच्छा भाई, अरे 6 था 7 था।
Any objections?
Know your place, little lamb. There's no one to save you now.
Will answer for what you've done.
The flames are around, and they burn as one.
Come to me, Ifrit!
Valisthea cannot endure a second longer being, but she may yet be saved by you.
Available today. Okay.
World premiere.
अब भाई मैं शौक भी नहीं हूँ, हर एक गेम इनका वर्ल्ड प्रीमियर ही है आज। 1 घंटे से ऊपर हो गया, हर एक गेम इनका वर्ल्ड प्रीमियर ही चल रहा है अभी, विच इज़ ग्रेट। आई थिंक जो Xbox स्टूडियोज़ ने काम किया है ना अभी पिछले 2 सालों में, उतना किसी ने भी नहीं किया होगा। ये क्या हो रहा है भाई? What? वॉकिंग सिमुलेटर फिर से? गेम यार अच्छा तो लग रहा है, नो डाउट, लेकिन भाई ऐसे गेम्स में तभी खेलता हूँ जब मेरे पास कुछ ज़्यादा ही टाइम है। October 17 कुछ ही टाइम में आ रहा है।
Games like Psychonauts 2 showed how Double Fine excels at creating unique and innovative experiences, and Keeper is no exception. Looking ahead, next year marks 25 years of Xbox. It's a big milestone for the platform and franchises that you helped build and make popular. We couldn't have done this without everyone who's been with us on this journey. As we think about bringing a new generation of players to these iconic franchises, I'm excited to share that players will get to celebrate 25 years of Xbox with a new Fable, the next Forza, Gears of War E-Day, and the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning. Today, you've seen an incredible range of games from creators across the globe. Creators like In Exile, reaching for new heights with Clockwork Revolution. Sluggerfly, making Team Meat's modern classic platformer into 3D. Square Enix, bringing more of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy franchise to our players. And Team Ninja, returning to the beloved series they debuted on Xbox. You've also seen the next Xbox hardware release, our Xbox Ally handheld, which lets you bring your Xbox experience and your library with you anywhere. I hope you enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams. We're seeing more players on our platform and in our games than ever, thanks to all of you. We're proud of the creativity that Obsidian is delivering this year. Immediately after Showcase, our Direct begins, where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at The Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2. Thanks for joining us today. But before we get into the Direct, we have a final world premiere. Enjoy.
Please Forza, by Forza दिखाओ.
World premiere.
नहीं ये बटरफ्लाई देख के सही नहीं लग रहा कुछ. Forza दिखाओ भाई. Never mind.
Welcome to the Guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me. You already know us as a global tech leader. Our software, our systems, combined with our skilled team, is designed to save lives. Your years of service have shown you the importance of our work. Here, you'll witness the global scope of that mission in action. Let me introduce you to our esteemed visionary.
For too long, we have been bound by outdated systems, accepting limitations instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life, reshaping the future of technology on a global scale. I'm Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild.
What? क्या गेम है भाई एग्जैक्टली? Xbox का साइबरपंक.
Fear is a powerful thing. David Mason.
Menendez.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Wait, what? भाई पिछले साल तो 6 आया था. यार फोर्जा दिखा देते यार इससे अच्छा. बट ठीक है, कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी के फैंस पागल हो रहे होंगे इस टाइम पे. कब डेट क्या बोली भाई डेट दिखाओ डेट नो डेट नो डेट्स Okay, now it's time for the
Welcome to
Outer
Obsidian
Worlds 2
Entertainment.
direct.
We here at the studio have joked around that this has been the year of Obsidian, with Avowed releasing early this year and now ending the year with 2 more games. And what better way to cap this incredible year for us than by doing what our studio does best, sequels.
That's where I come in. You can get out of here, Fergus. Thank you so
What?
much. No, you're doing great. You nailed it. The sequel is the lifeblood of every great franchise. Think about it. The original creates the world and builds fandom, but the sequel, that's what makes it worth remembering. No sequel, no hoverboard. No sequel, no dual SMGs. No sequel, no raccoon tail. No sequel, no Zune 2. Which doesn't really exist, but I wish it had.
There was a Zune 2.
There was a Zune 2? I'm Mark, the head of sequels here at Obsidian, and I have sequelized everything. Blockbuster movies to AAA video games to my first marriage, so trust me, I know what I'm doing. Come along on this journey with me. Part 2.
Let the killing commence.
The Outer Worlds 2 is a sequel to The Outer Worlds 1. It's a continuation of the themes of robber barons in space and how people are controlled by the stories they're told by the people who have power over them. This time we're able to go a lot deeper because we have more time and money, which is a great thing, and we're able to make it a much more true Obsidian reactive RPG than we were the first time around. So we're going deeper and more complex with everything for the sequel. Deeper story, lore, RPG interactions, reactivity, all the things we've been known for as a company. It's really a complete realization of everything people want from an Obsidian game. Surprisingly, this is the first time in over 25 years that I've had the chance to do a full sequel for a world that I helped co-create. It's really just a fantastic opportunity to explore and expand the universe in interesting ways, and to go even further with the themes of how people are affected by living in a dystopian corporate reality.
You can shoot your way through it, you can talk your way through it, you can sneak your way through it. And so no matter what kind of playstyle that you like, this is just an awesome franchise and an awesome game to jump into, even if it's your first one.
The first Outer Worlds was a great base to start from, as it has all the elements of a great Obsidian RPG. Interesting characters, deep worlds, important choices. In the Outer Worlds 2, not only did we want to double down on those elements, but we wanted to give players even more of it.
We've also put a lot of investment into skills and traits that impact things like combat, conversations, and areas that we call RPG interactions, which are the part of the world where players can use their specific skills, perks, and backgrounds to solve problems in unique ways in our new, bigger worlds.
I love a deep RPG experience, and building out that RPG crunchiness for our players was at the forefront of what we set out to create. We prioritize those deeper RPG options with different character builds and combos so players can express their role-playing power fantasies. We also have different equipment options for different playstyles and different companions with different abilities.
Gameplay actually looks good भाई मुझे पता है मैं बार-बार बोल रहा हूँ लेकिन actually में अच्छा लग रहा है भाई gameplay.
In the first Outer Worlds, you start off as the Stranger, which was basically a blank slate to build on top of with various attribute points that would begin to define your personal experience in the game. You can make any kind of character you want, but we've given you a role. That role is an Earth Directorate agent. You can think of them as kind of like space cowboys or space sky marshals. They're the good guys that go into places and kind of fix everything that's wrong. You're gonna be one of those. But we don't tell you why you joined the Earth Directorate. There could have been a lot of different reasons, right? It could have been because you're an actual lawbringer and you want to go in there and spread law throughout the galaxy. It could be that you're a roustabout and you just had nothing better to do. After you pick your background, one of the really important choices you have next is choosing your traits. While we had attributes in the first Outer Worlds, we've leaned into traits for the Outer Worlds too, which are these big changes to your character depending on which ones you pick. So it could be something like Brilliant, where you can tag extra skills and you start getting extra skill points. And that's obviously really great if that's how you want to build your character. You can also go and do something like Lucky, where you get extra critical chance, and you also get a lot of really cool options throughout the game as well. Of course, we brought back Dumb, so players love the Dumb option.
Tell me, do you believe in signs? Not quite what I meant, but I like your contempt for boundaries. I could put your adventurous spirit to good use.
You get like lots of really cool, fun conversation options in the game, but we took that even further. And again, there's lots of elements in the game where you can be dumb and use that for something. Could be something as simple as banging on a machine to get it to work. After you've invested in some of your traits, your next choices are going to be choosing your skills. The skills themselves basically allow you to build on your playstyle and what your character is doing in the game. That will be everything from playing stealthily to speccing for an explosive specialty. Throughout your entire journey, your character continues to change with the different choices you make. In the Outer Worlds 1, actually had more skills than we have, so we condensed them down to really the core and essence of what we really wanted there. But we made each point that you put into a skill much more impactful. So instead of getting small percentage changes, we actually did much larger changes per point that you put into each skill. And again, all these things, because of how they're checked inside the world itself, can matter quite a bit. You know, just even having one additional skill point in something can open up a lot more options in the world itself. If anybody's played Fallout New Vegas, they'll be very familiar with like the perk system. We basically borrowed that, but went even grander. We actually have more perks than Fallout New Vegas did. But here's the cool thing, right? We check and use perks for literally everything, right? So you can do everything from, hey, I want to make a stealthy build that steals stuff and is really good at that. Okay, great. Well, you can take maybe the pickpocketing perk. So that's not available to everybody, but if you select that, now you can actually go around and steal things out of people's pockets. There's another perk called heavy-handed, right? Where say you're a melee person, what this does is now your power attacks that you use actually knock people down.
Oh man, I really like the serial killer perk. As you start killing people, they will drop hearts. And you can take those hearts, and essentially you're taking these trophies, you could say, and it's actually giving you a permanent health bonus every time you do it. We have this perk called Assassin. Now, this is an early game perk that you can take, which every time you stealth attack an enemy, you're actually going to get a movement bonus for a certain amount of time.
ये गेम प्ले कितना अच्छा लग रहा है एक्चुअली में, और साथ में इतनी सारी चीज़ें भी ये लोग कर रहे हैं.
Flaws were a system that everybody loved from the first game, but we wanted to make it more personal to the player. We wanted it to really reflect how you were playing the game and give you a bonus that you actually wanted to really engage with.
With the flaw system returning, we knew we needed to go bigger, better, and more real than ever before. So we turned to the team. I told them, no bad ideas. Give me what you got. Okay, we need more flaws. We need them to be real. I want to put them in the game, so give me something. Inspiration. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I have bad knees.
You got bad knees? They hurt when you walk a lot?
Yes.
When you walk too much, they hurt?
No cartilage.
Sounds boring. Makes you sound like a boring person, but it's in the game.
I know it.
It's a good flaw. What about you?
I like to take small things sometimes.
So you're stealing?
No, I'm taking.
When do you give them back?
I don't.
Claire? Claire, you shouldn't be stealing. What are you doing? You shouldn't be stealing, Claire.
Tiny crimes.
Tiny crimes? Do you hear the second part, though? It's a crime.
Well,
You're stealing. Claire, that's wrong. You can't steal things, okay? But it's an amazing flaw, and I'm putting it in the game. But you're a bad person.
Xbox
And are you the one that took my stapler?
Do you need it?
Yeah. Give it back.
Okay.
Please.
नया Xbox
You,
नहीं आ
what do we
रहा.
got? Flaw.
Xbox का handheld आ रहा है.
I
जैसे
like to stare at the
PSP
sun.
आता था ना पहले.
How long did you stare at the sun?
Just lunch break.
An hour?
Oh, I only get 30. You guys get an hour?
I get an hour.
Maybe an hour.
Oh. Makes me feel energized.
How many fingers am I holding up?
3?
No. Anything else? We'll put it in the game. We'll put it in the game because I feel bad for you. Anything else?
One of my favorite flaws is something called bad knees. It will actually give you the option to take this flaw that'll make it so that you move faster throughout the game. But the problem is, anytime you stand up, your knees are going to make a loud popping noise that makes it so that, well, everyone around you is going to hear you.
There's one called Kleptomaniac. This is really interesting because what it does is when you steal something, you can actually sell it for more bits than normal. And like that sounds really great. The drawback is sometimes when you're looking at things in the world that are owned by somebody else, you'll automatically steal them. So you have to be very careful about how you use them.
One of our more wacky perks is the Sun Gazer Flaw, and it just gives everyone cataracts while playing their game. So everything becomes like light shafts and blooms and hazes, and makes the game pretty unplayable if you happen to choose that perk.
If you happen to be the type of player that habitually reloads your weapons like I do, well, you'll be offered the flaw of overprepared. Now, you'll get larger magazine sizes on all of your weapons, but if you ever fully empty your magazine, you're gonna take a debuff for a while. While we support options like being a gunslinger who wants to key into destructive weapons, or a rogue who wants to alpha strike their enemies before they know what hit them, we also allow for a lot of fun and experimental builds. You can be a mad scientist who utilizes gadgets and wacky science weapons and armors, or even a psychopath who gains permanent bonuses to health by murdering their friends.
Nothing shows the impact of these character build options better than, in my opinion, the bridge area, which has a quest you get early on in Paradise Island.
The bridge.
Not only do you kind of encounter this very early, and it's a very core one to the story, but it really expresses our philosophy of allowing the player to solve problems in a bunch of ways. So you may solve it by, speech options. You may talk to them and maybe have to go do a quest for them and really kind of prove that you're a friend of the Protectorate to get by.
I may have need of your help, stranger, if you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate.
You could go guns blazing and you could just take everyone out inside the POI, lower the bridge itself, and kind of get across.
वीडियो का वॉल्यूम ज़्यादा है तेरे से.
You could sneak in, lower the bridge, and then actually sneak in under the bridge to get over to the other side.
अब सही है. या एक काम करता हूँ. अब सही होगा.
You can bypass the bridge entirely if you found like certain gadgets, like the shield gadget that protects you from poison gas as you go across, or the double jump boots, which kind of allow you to jump across the chasm and get across that way. There's
नया
even a
Xbox
really
नहीं
kind
आ
of
रहा
messed
है.
up way, right? Which
ये
is
Xbox
players
का
can actually
गेम
sacrifice
शोकेस
one
है.
of their companions. The companion
Xbox के
who they
बहुत
just
सारे
found
गेम्स
is part of-
शोकेस हो रहे हैं जो
We're no
Xbox वाले
different than
बना
the
रहे
crazy we
हैं.
start tossing our own to the rats. I sure as law
और
ain't gonna follow
नया
someone who
हार्डवेयर
can't
की
see
बात
the wrong.
करें तो Xbox
I
का
must admit, I'm
हैंडहेल्ड आ रहा
surprised we
है.
could come to an
मतलब जैसे
understanding.
PSP हुआ करता था
I
ना पहले
thank you for your
वैसे.
loyalty, stranger. As promised, you shall have clearance to cross this bridge.
It's such a fun quest, but again, it really showcases that we want you to be able to solve this in whatever way you want to. When you build your character your way, we're there for you. We really want you to have the experience that you want to have out of this.
From the very beginning of our discussions about the Outer Worlds, we really knew we wanted every game to take place in a different colony. This lets us expand on all aspects of the universe. Every colony can be its own thing with its own flavor, and we can center them around anything we want.
नहीं PlayStation का नहीं है ना कोई भी हैंडल.
Arcadia is an isolated colony with abundant resources, and it's run by an authoritarian faction called the Protectorate. Their dictatorship is thematically based around the question of how much freedom people will give up for security and luxury. For Protectorate subjects, unfortunately, that answer is everything. The Protectorate is also incredibly wealthy because it was founded by the inventor of the skip drives, which are the Outer World's faster-than-light engines. But those skip drives are starting to cause rifts in space-time, which are cutting off all the other colonies on Earth from being able to trade with each other. The Order of the Ascendant is an offshoot of the Order of Scientific Inquiry from the original game, and like them are a science-based religion with the same goal of solving the universal equation, which will allow them to predict and alter the future to the benefit of all mankind. They used to be part of the Protectorate, but they split off to focus on solving the equation for the good of everyone, not as a way to simply control the masses. The player's been sent to Arcadia as an Earth Directorate agent to find out how the skip drives are causing the rifts and what can be done to stop them. Each of the factions have their own solutions to the rift problem and their own goals. The Protectorate wants to close them to protect their legacy as the inventor of the drives and their wealth. The Order wants to close them not only for the good of everyone, but also because they're complicating the math they're using to solve the universal equation. And Antes just wants to be able to open and close them at will to control all the trade routes between the colonies. In addition to expanding the themes and lore of the Outer Worlds, we're also expanding the humor, so each faction has its own flavor of absurdity. Anti's Choice is a merger between Anti-Cleo and Spacer's Choice from the original game, and there are corporate representatives in the Outer Worlds too. They've invaded Arcadia to liberate the resources for all of humanity, at a profit, of course.
One of my favorite things from Fallout New Vegas is the radio system. It was just iconic for me, and I wanted to make sure that the Outer Worlds 2 had that. So we actually built out 3 different radio stations, one for each of the major factions.
2026 में आ रहा है GTA 6 के आसपास.
Each station might have like, I think 20 tracks of unique music that we've made for it. It's a lot of stuff. But the really cool part about this entire thing is that we actually put a lot of reactivity into the radio. So it will respond to the things that are going on around the world that you've been interacting with. So if you go into a location, let's say you solve a problem for the Protectorate folks, if you listen to the Protectorate radio station, they're going to be cheering you on as a hero.
Wonderful news, everyone. The Zeranium gas leaks at the Automech repair facility, strongly believed to be caused by Anti's Choice malefactors, have been corrected.
Some hotshot for hire just managed to fix the electrum leak in their repair facility. Now, I'm not saying we caused it in the first place, but we sure like the idea of all those broken automechanicals and all the excessive gasping and choking involved.
The factions and companions are great examples of how we're going deeper and more complex this time around. They're integrated into the game's storyline much more than we did on the first Outer Worlds. And like with everything else in the game, they have a lot more reactivity. There are 6 companions in the Outer Worlds too. As usual, each has their own quest lines, but this time they are also connected to a different faction and have character arcs that the player can affect through their choices. Your first companion is Niles. He's another Earth Directorate agent like you, and he's looking for your help to decide whether he wants to become an even better agent or to turn his back on the Earth Directorate completely. There's also a somewhat cute Automech support drone that is basically Niles' helper. Her name is Val. Marisol is part of the Order of the Ascendant, and she's an aging but still deadly assassin. That's right, she's a deadly mathematician who may or may not have some unfinished business to attend to with the player's help. There's also a cultist named Azza, who is part of a sub-faction that worships the rifts, and in her case, violence in general. You can choose to either turn her away from overt violence or support her chaotic and dangerous tendencies. At one time, Anti's Choice had a program to graft soldiers with animal parts to make them more formidable. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work, and most of them are now dead.
Forza के अलावा मैंने कोई ढंग की रेसिंग गेम नहीं खेली.
She wants the player to help her fix her graft, among other things. Finally, there's Tristan. He's a Protectorate arbiter who is judge, jury, and executioner all rolled into one heavily armored package. It is your choice to either help him judge wrongdoers or show him what true justice looks like.
We definitely have reactivity in the game based on how you've been treating your companions. I won't reveal the end of the game, but let's say if you have not been treating them well, you will find out at the end of the game what that means.
Companions are a very, very important part of
Comparative
merchandising, because that's the real beauty of the sequel. We're talking merch, baby. It is the lifeblood. It is what fuels us. Do you want to see some of my ideas? Hop, hop. Check this out. Gen Alpha loves body pillows, especially ones that look like human beings for some reason, right? Who needs a significant other when you could have a knife-wielding space psycho up in your sheets, huh? What do they do with them when they get them, huh? Maybe a little napping, maybe a little snuggling, maybe a little...
Comparative अभी तक नहीं खेला. Comparative क्या खेलने का?
The visuals of the first Outer Worlds depicted a frontier colony in space. The The Outer
आज
Worlds 2
आपने
is
दिखा
driven
दिया
by an
कि भाई
invasion
आप
of
भी
the Arcadia colony
कुछ
system by Anti's choice,
अच्छे नहीं हो
which
दूसरों
shifts
से।
the visuals to be more reminiscent
भाई
of
मैंने
a
आपको
World
2
War
घंटे
I
बोला,
like
मैं
setting
दूसरा काम आ
in
गया, मैंने
space.
आपको माफी मांगने
That
आया हूँ बस
evolution
मैं
is seen across all
अच्छा।
aspects of the game, starting with the factions.
कि भाई
How do
टाइम
you
मैं
militarize
इतने बड़े आदमी
everything,
को मैं टाइम नहीं दे
including
पा रहा
extreme
हूँ
capitalists or math-crazed scientists?
ऐसे।
In a World War
मैंने
I
कहा 2 मिनट के लिए
setting, war
माफी तो
comes with
मांगी जा सकती है।
propaganda. The sovereign
मांगो।
uses it to maintain control.
मांग तो लिया हो क्या?
Anti's choice uses it
अरे
to get
ऐसे
the bottom line.
ऐसे कौन
The Order
मांगता
just wants to show how it exists within the grand plan.
ऐसे कौन माफी मांगता है भाई?
Arcadia is a
भाई
living,
ये
breathing
मैंने
place
100 गेट सीखा
scarred by a long
अरे
story.
भगवान,
Fairfield, one of
कोई
the first
बंदा
towns
आके
we
भाई सॉरी
encountered,
वॉरी
was
बोले,
once under
माफी वाफी
protectorate
मांगे,
control, but
कुछ
has recently been taken
कुछ
over
बोलना
by
तो पड़ता है
Anti's
ना भाई।
choice. They don't just
भाई
occupy the
माफी
town,
चाहता
they
हूँ मैं
rebrand it
आपसे,
with their
शर्मिंदा
signature
हूँ मैं
style,
आज
repainting
जो
buildings,
आपको
posting
टाइम नहीं दे
guards,
पा रहा हूँ।
and adding
अच्छा अच्छा।
propaganda-based holograms featuring anti
अब माफ कर दिया आपने मुझे या नहीं?
showing the
नहीं।
towns evolving after the
गुइयाँ
invasion
छीलो।
helps us push immersion for our players.
जो
One
बंदे
of our priorities in visually
2
realizing
घंटे
the
बोल
world of
के
the Outer Worlds
20
2
घंटे
was
बाद
making
मिलते हैं,
sure
उनको तो आप
everything
कुछ
is
करना
clear and
पाए।
recognizable from the player's
तो वह
standpoint.
उनको भी कहाँ
We
माफ
want to
किया
make
है?
sure each faction has
तो
a
फर्क ही नहीं
particular
पड़ रहा
look
उन्हें,
and
तो
माफी
आपको कौन
चाहिए
सा
ही नहीं।
फर्क पड़ रहा है कि मैं माफ करूँ कि ना करूँ?
नो 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 मेरे का अंदर वो नहीं है।
अच्छा।
who they're talking to, what they're going to be talking about, and how that progresses through.
मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता ऐसे ना।
The first Outer Worlds was really about
इतने
player interface
मतलब
with
आपने
corporations.
टाइम लिया वो
And while
चीज
we
का
have
बात है
that in
ना।
the Outer Worlds too, we really want to express not just the corporations, but how the player interacts
फिर मैं
with
कभी
other
आपके ऊपर
facets of the
ट्रस्ट नहीं
world,
करता तो आप बोलते हो कि
government
नहीं,
entities, or
मैंने तो
religious
कभी ऐसा किया
structures.
नहीं,
And then we
मैं तो
elaborate
हमेशा आ
on
जाता
those.
हूँ।
With
यार खेलने में अभी भी आ
we
जाऊंगा।
wanted to encourage exploration by
ऐसी कोई
improving
दिक्कत नहीं है,
playability
लेकिन मेरे को
across
ना
the
एक स्ट्रैटेजी बनानी है बहुत दिनों के बाद, मेरी लोगों की तबीयत ठीक होने लगी है। कल के काम के लिए ना। और सैलरी भी पे आउट करनी है, वर्क है नहीं तो अलग सिरदर्दी चल रही है थोड़ी सी।
मैं
इक्का दुक्का नहीं है।
आज तो भाई Xbox वालों ने फाड़ दी सबकी।
क्यों, क्या कर दिया?
अरे इतने सारे गेम्स दिखा दिए इन लोगों ने, इतने सारे गेम्स दिखा दिए ना।
अच्छा।
हाँ, मैं प्ले स्टेशन का मैं पता है लास्ट 3-4 दिनों से रोज कोई ना कोई रिवील देखता आ रहा हूँ।
ठीक है।
लेकिन कोई भी ढंग के गेम्स दिखा ही नहीं रहा था। आज Xbox ने दिखा दिया कि भाई गेम्स हम भी बना सकते हैं।
अच्छा। तो PS वाले जो हैं वो सिल पा रहे नहीं सिल पा रहे अपनी हालत?
उनको उनकी फटी ही नहीं ना। क्योंकि भाई ये सारे के सारे गेम्स PS पे भी आ रहे हैं।
हाँ वो तो मैं समझ गया। आपने ऐसे बोला ना तो मैंने कहा हो सकता है एक्सक्लूसिवली फॉर Xbox One चल रहा हो।
नहीं मतलब गेम पास PS में नहीं है ना, तो उसके हिसाब से फट सकती है।
मतलब जो चीज हम लोग Xbox लेके खेलेंगे हम वो यहीं कंप्यूटर पे खेल सकते हैं। हाँ। यही फायदा है।
और Xbox का वही नया हैंडल आ रहा है।
अच्छा।
छोड़
दिए उसको, लेना थोड़ी ना।
नहीं लेना तो नहीं है।
उसका कंट्रोल ही नहीं।
लेकिन आपको एक ऐसी चीज बताऊंगा मैं, आपकी फट जाएगी।
बताइए।
उसमें भी 1 TB स्टोरेज है SSD में।
तो ये तो बात सही है।
सबके पास नहीं है ना, लेकिन
मेरे पास है, मन में है।
अच्छा मन में है। अरे भाई साहब,
भाई मैंने डाउनलोड नहीं करा है ना कभी 1 TB।
ओके।
जिस दिन मैंने डाउनलोड कर लिया मेरे पे भी हो जाएगी। अबे बड़े मकसद पे तरफ मैं काम कर रहा हूँ, छोटे छोटे मकसद याद दिलाते रहते हैं आप मुझे।
भाई जो है वो दिलाना तो पड़ेगा ना याद।
RTX Pro 6000 जो है 24,400 CUDA कोर्स पेल दिए हैं उसमें। और 5090 में 2100 समथिंग है, मतलब 21,000 समथिंग ही है, इसलिए उसका FPS ज्यादा है इससे। और दूसरी बात, लोग कह रहे हैं कि जो रिजेक्ट होता है उस वाले प्रोसेसर से वो 5090 बन जाता है।
हाँ बिल्कुल।
तो आप जो है वेस्ट माल यूज कर रहे हैं ऑब्वियसली।
ये चीज हमने रात को साथ में ही तो बैठ के देखा था।
हाँ तो मतलब ये चीज उसने जो बात बोली ना बहुत इम्पैक्टफुल लगी और मेरे दिल पे चोट लग रही है।
and how impactful our sound
ये
effects
यार
really sell
अब
the
तो
weapon.
कचरा उठा रहे हो
To
आप।
things like how unique
हाँ
reload
कचरा नहीं ले
animations add a
सकते
lot of
भाई,
character to each
अब
weapon.
भैया प्रो लेना
They
पड़ेगा।
increase the variety of weapons by including new weapon
मतलब
types.
5 लाख का
but also
बजट
through a
लेके
host
अब
of
हम
fun and
8
unique
लाख का सिर्फ जीपीयू लेंगे।
जो बंदा वीडियो बना रहा था उसको क्या है, उसको तो फ्री में मिला है।
that can explode like grenades.
अरे तो फर्क क्या पड़ रहा है?
Can even be eaten by the player for additional.
हम भी तो फिर ये कह सकते हैं कि भाई हमने ये क्यों नहीं लिया, हमने ये क्यों लिया है।
That will actually level up the
सबसे पहले तो मैं कहूँगा मैं एनवीडिया का
अबे
GDP में
आप 5070 Ti ले लो, वही बड़ी बात हो जाएगी।
shooting out confetti and it's got like a fun little setup.
Oh my god, ऐसी बुरी हालत।
They have a really fun weapon called the
आप बोलोगे क्या मेरे को आपने अंडर एस्टिमेट कर दिया?
distract your enemies with corporate ads, slogans and jingles.
सिचुएशन ऐसी कर सकती चल रही है, कर सकते हैं भाई।
You can focus
पूरा हक है आपको करने का।
मुझे लगा था यार आप सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट वाले बंदे हो, लेकिन आप नहीं निकले।
Worlds 2 are throwable.
अबे जब पैसे ही नहीं है तो क्या विशाल की तरह किराए पे ले आऊं?
Smoke grenades to camouflage and
आपको यार विशाल बहुत याद आता है हमेशा।
bait enemies into
अबे विशाल क्या था, आप खामी ऐसा कह रहे हो कि सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट नहीं है आपके अंदर? अबे मेरे अंदर है सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट, तभी तो मैं पीछे हट गया।
अच्छा
अगर नहीं होती तो मैं भी रेंट पे ले आता, मुझे क्या है, फ्रेंड्स
या
करके लेके
एक
आता हूं
काम
मैं।
करो अरल भाई, विशाल से भी गिरा हुआ काम बताता हूँ मैं आपको।
बताइए।
1 महीने तक सारे एम्प्लॉय से काम करवाओ, फिर उनको सैलरी मत दो।
so you can shrink your enemy
वो
down.
तो चल ही रहा है।
Exploding them into bits.
7 साल से चल रहा है।
One from the first game, so we brought it into the
हे
second game. We
भगवान,
improved it though, so instead of
कैसे कैसे
shrinking
लोग
them
बैठे हैं
every
भाई।
time having them re-expand,
कुछ भी
this
है,
time they
आप
stay
ये
strong.
देखिए।
And we actually added in the ability to step on them and
आप
stand
मुझे
still.
बता रहे
और
already
इसके और
executed
इसके
है।
इसके बाद भी आपसे हो नहीं पा रहा है।
Wanted to kick them. So we made sure to double down on that stuff.
अब आप मुझे अंडरस्टिमेट इस चीज में मैं बहुत प्रो हूँ। हे भगवान,
भाई ये क्या था भाई, तो छोटा बच्चा बना दिया उसको पता ही।
अरे छोटा बच्चा बना लिया किसको भाई?
अरे ये देख रहा हूँ ना मैं Xbox।
अबे आप देखो, लेकिन मैं जो बता रहा हूँ आपको चीज, वो मैं ऑलरेडी कर रहा हूँ, वो जी रहा हूँ, लेकिन अच्छा नहीं लगता है वो।
And we have another one that's just
ऐसे।
super cool called the
ये देखिए
Spectrum
15 दिन से तो मैं हुई नहीं एक्टिव,
This is a melee weapon that
और
actually
इधर 10 दिन
lets
से
you
वो लोग
attack
गायब है
to a
ऑलमोस्ट।
musical beat. And if you continue to do that,
भाई
you'll actually
10
get
दिन इधर
additional
9 सबकी
bonuses
तबीयत ही
each
खराब
game.
चल रही है,
One of my
तो
personal
महीने में
favorite
कुछ काम ही
weapons
नहीं
is
हुआ,
called
मान
the
लीजिए
Big
पूरा पूरा
This is a
21 days नो
freaking
वर्क।
gun that uses material harvested from rifts to shoot out a
ये
giant ball
तो
of
फट
energy,
गई है मेरी।
vaporizing everything in its path.
और जिसके साथ डील साइन भी कर रखी है वो पता नहीं कहाँ वीट फूक के बैठे हुए हैं सारे के सारे।
क्या फूक के बैठे?
अरे मतलब कुछ फूक के बैठे होंगे, पता नहीं क्या है, क्या ही बताऊँ
He will lash out at your opponents as you're
उनसे
walking
पूछो
through combat. So we
कि
even have
भैया
some
आपने मुझे
armors
कहा
and
था,
really
हाँ
kinda
वो
show off
अबिरल वो थोड़ा
what we
चेंज हो
thought
गया
was
है,
really great for the player,
तो भाई
from a
बताओ ना
science
भाई,
perspective.
यहाँ पे मैं परेशान हूँ, 1 महीना हो गया, चेंज हो गया, टाइमलाइन चेंज हो गई।
There's some players who prefer to be immersed in a first
अभी एक ने बोला था कि आप हमें सैटरडे तक पूरा कोटेशन दे लिया, 3 दिन से फोन नहीं उठा रहा वो। क्या मालूम है?
Why not allow both?
आज मैंने कहा जब नॉर्मल नहीं उठाया तो संडे क्या उठाएगा बंदा, छोड़ दिया, आज कॉल ही नहीं किया।
In whatever way you like.
कल मैसेज भी डालूंगा, कॉल भी करूंगा
One of the things I
कि
really
भैया
like
आप लोग
about
सीरियसली
having the
इंटरेस्टेड
third
है भी
person
हैं,
mode
भुइयां
is
छील लें।
being able to see all of the fun and unique
तो ये सब
armors,
सिचुएशन
armor
चल रही है ना, तो
combinations
मेरा
and weapons that you
माइंड
can
नहीं
flip
चलेगा
and
उसमें
pair
गेम में इस टाइम।
ओके
एक बार एक सैलरी निकाल दूं फिर मैं आ जाऊंगा, फिर नहीं
you get to
दिक्कत है,
see your character in that way. And you get to take
क्योंकि
in the
मुझे
world
बुरा
and
लगता है मेरा
see
कमिटमेंट
things
खराब
and
होते हैं
have
ना। विकास और अमित की बात अलग है, ये जो दूसरे जो है ना, इन दोनों का सही टाइम पे होना चाहिए हर चीज।
Bigger choices, more reactivity,
ये है बस,
more
और कुछ नहीं।
weapons, more things to find. in
एक
each
का
of the
कर दिया,
worlds
एक का रह
players can
गया,
visit.
इसलिए मैं थोड़ा सा
The
चिंतित
team
हूँ,
has done incredible work bringing the Outer Worlds 2 to life,
समझे?
and we can't wait for you
और
to
10
play.
तारीख आने वाली है तो और अच्छा
Even
नहीं
though we've
लगता
always
है।
been a multi-project studio,
जी।
this is going to be the first time we've ever
मैं
released 3
फर्स्ट
games in 1
डे
year.
में करना पसंद
It
करता हूँ
feels
ना वीक
amazing
के,
to do. We're so excited for more people to be playing
मतलब
games.
स्टार्टिंग मंथ के।
It is truly an exciting time here in Obsidian.
अब इसलिए मैं नहीं खेल रहा, अब आप चाहे मेरी इज्जत माने ना माने कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता
We
उससे।
have no plans to slow
माफी
down.
दे ना दे,
We hope you all continue to
अबे
come along with
क्या
us
कर
as we
लेंगे
do
अब?
what we do best. Make
वो
your
भी चलाना
worlds
जरूरी
your
ना,
world.
वो माफी नहीं देंगे तो काम नहीं चलेगा ना। आपको तो मना ही लिया जाएगा, जब आपके शशांक से कुछ ना घुइयां छिली आपकी, तो मेरे से क्या छिली?
ओ हेलो,
हाँ
ग्रुप पे जाके पिंड मैसेज देख लो।
ग्रुप पे जाके पिन मैसेज देख लो, ऐसा क्या लिख दिया आपने?
आपके सामने ही तो लिखा था।
वो कहाँ होगा, पुराना वाला कहीं?
हम्म।
पुराना पुराना।
हाँ।
तो उसने कौन सा सीरियस लिया आपकी बात को? कर लो क्या
क्या सीरियस लिया?
वो बंदे ने कुछ बोला थोड़ी ना, शेड्यूल 1 आपने तब भी खरीदी, मैं
वो तो बाद की बात है। ये जो पिन मैसेज है वो तो बाद की बात है ना।
अच्छा।
उससे पहले थोड़ी बोला था मैंने। अब खत्म हो गया, अब कौन सी गेम लेनी है? कोई गेम नहीं लेनी है वो।
अच्छा, games has stayed Russian does not exist. मैं तो कह रहा शशांक ही एग्जिस्ट नहीं करता, ले भैया। मतलब तो कोडू कितने का पास आ रहा है Xbox का?
अगर आप जियो स्टोर से लोगे
हाँ,
तो 1350 रुपीज में 3 महीने।
3 महीने?
हाँ।
और नॉर्मली लेंगे तो?
नॉर्मली लोगे तो कुछ 400 रुपये पर मंथ है।
400 रुपये पर मंथ? अच्छा जी।
हाँ, 450 या ऐसा कुछ था।
माई जियो स्टोर करके है क्या?
नहीं नहीं, माई जियो स्टोर नहीं, जियो गेम्स।
अच्छा, जियो गेम्स।
हाँ, जियो गेम्स के ऐप में जाओ और जियो गेम्स का स्टोर होगा।
समझ गया, गेट स्टार्टेड। अच्छा ये नोड, अच्छा ये उसमें ही चलता है ना शायद मोबाइल पे सही से? नहीं, स्टोर है तो Xbox पे क्लिक किया।
ग्राउंडेड 2 आ रहा है भाई।
बहुत बढ़िया। 1349 अनरियल इंजन 5 में बना हुआ, कुछ नहीं करना है उसको।
नहीं, 4 पे होगा ये। ग्राउंडेड हमने खेला तो था।
नहीं, वो तो मैंने खेला हुआ है, लेकिन अब 5 हो गया है ना 2 वाला।
नहीं, मैंने कब बोला? अभी ऐसा कुछ अनाउंस नहीं किया उन्होंने कि 5 पे होगा कि क्या।
कोडो अल्टीमेट और उसमें कोर में डिफरेंस याद दिलाइएगा।
कोर फालतू है हमारे लिए, कोर लेना मतलब नहीं है।
अच्छा।
कोर में बहुत लिमिटेड गेम्स मिलेगी हमको।
अल्टीमेट पर रहा है।
अल्टीमेट नहीं, पीसी।
अच्छा, पीसी 3 महीने का ही दिख रहा है फिर तो यहाँ पे पैकेज।
हाँ, 3 महीने का ही दिखेगा। और अगर अल्टीमेट लेते हो तो आप डायरेक्ट टीवी के अंदर भी प्ले कर सकते हो कोई भी गेम। फिर आपको हार्डवेयर की जरूरत नहीं है, मतलब मोबाइल में भी चल जाएगा फिर गेम। Xbox Cloud के थ्रू प्ले एनीवेयर।
अच्छा,
वो लेकिन अल्टीमेट में ही मिलेगा। अल्टीमेट का तो प्राइसिंग फाड़ के रखी है उन्होंने।
अच्छा, एक मिनट कोडो में एक मैसेज टाइप कर दूं, एक सेकंड। द वेबसाइट इज रेडी।
Same things that are important to Obsidian Entertainment are important to us. Choice and consequences, player communities, and doing justice to great IPs and great franchises. The fact that we're the first partners that they're working with to make a sequel to their franchise feels like we're an important part of their history.
The events of Grounded 2 take place 2 years after the first game. The same 4 teenagers are returning.
So there's Max, tomorrow, एक second.
Hoops, Willow,
and Pete.
They're a couple years older, which means they've gone through a bit more high school, a bit more mature. It's 1992. The world's a little bit different. But we're still in that fun, nostalgic era of the early 1990s. In Grounded 2, we're moving the action out of the backyard and into the Brook Hollow Community Park. Not only is it bigger, it allows us to tell a lot more stories and expand the world of Grounded by exploring what the community of Brook Hollow has been up to and what they've been through.
The park overall is about 3 times the size of the backyard. And our
इसलिए मैं
initial
मना कर रहा था
starting
देखे ना
area is actually
एकदम
the
से
same
मैसेज आ गया
size as the entire backyard from the first ground. The reason we wanted to move into a park
फिर
wasn't
वो
just
क्या
to
होता है ना
create a
आप भी
bigger
डिस्टर्ब
world,
होते हो मैं भी डिस्टर्ब
but
होता हूँ
was to give us the opportunity to explore the community of Brook Hollow and what secrets have they been hiding.
What we love and what we're excited about in terms of the park is the opportunity to create environments and landmarks that are mundane at normal size, but are colossal wonders when you're the size of an ant. Everything from a giant trash can to a community picnic table or a snack bar. All of these areas come to life in a brand new way.
Part of the fun
बढ़िया
about
लग
it
रहा है
too
भाई।
is that the park was
अच्छा लूट लिया
evacuated
आपने
really
तो।
quickly right before our teens were shrunk. And that means that the park has been sort of turned upside down and is in a topsy-turvy state. And that leads to really fun environmental storytelling, but it also leads into the creation of amazing biomes for our characters to explore. One of my favorite examples of this is the ice cream cart. In all of the commotion, the ice cream vendor's cart has been knocked over and its contents have spilled out into the ground. And what this means for our young adventurers is that they'll be able to explore this frozen cave of interesting challenges and colorful Lovecraftian horror.
We have one anthill that's actually somebody decided to bury a bunch of toxic stuff in the park. And so there's all these toxic chemicals under the ground. The environment looks very cool and very spooky with all of these sort of chemical pools. And of course, nothing can live down there except for one
UK
type of
time
insect.
अबे इसका इंडिया में क्या होता है
We're
कितने बजे
oftentimes
होता है
reinventing
12:30 मतलब 7
environments,
बजे
and
होगा
in
मेरे
future
ख्याल से यहाँ
updates,
पे
you're going to see a ton of new stuff. You do a lot of
7 या
fighting against
7:30
insects of all shapes and sizes. We didn't just want it to look better.
एक
We
तो
also knew we wanted
जिंदगी
to
में
add
ये
a new
टाइम
layer
जोन
of
ही चेंज
strategy.
करते रहे
The
5
changes that we've made aren't limited to tuning
अच्छा
animations or
ठीक
adjusting
5 तैयार
attack or
होगा
defense numbers or making characters or
अब बोलिए
insects
कोलू
move
क्या कह
faster
रहे
or slower. But we did all
कुछ
that
नहीं।
too. But there's also an entire sort of rock, paper, scissors strategy.
कर लो आप काम।
Light attacks, heavy attacks,
बिल्कुल
and
करते हैं
blocking.
बस 2 मिनट और बैठेंगे
We've also
और फिर
added dashing as a new
अरे
way to
मैं
both
बस इसलिए
get
कह
out
रहा
of
हूँ
danger quickly
ना मेरे
or
जो है ना
jump in for a quick attack.
रात के क्लाइंट बढ़ते जाएंगे अब
And almost all the insects in the game will have these abilities
एक
now
प्रोजेक्ट
too.
और है
Sort of like a
उसकी
chess
बात
match,
चलेगी
but
अरे
one that's
डीजल
super
ऑनलाइन है
frenetic,
वो तो
looks
कब से
super
ऑनलाइन है
cool,
अच्छा
and
मैंने
is
अभी जो
ultimately
नोटिस
just
किया
a
मैंने
ton of
देखा ही
fun.
नहीं ना
We're leaning into clear play styles for tanky warriors,
मैंने देखा ही नहीं है ना
low defense, high damage rogues, effect wielding mages, and ranged hunters. In the first grounded, we have mutations, and there were weapons and armors that favored
और
different
सुनाइए, कोई नहीं
playstyles. In
खबर?
grounded 2, not only will
नहीं।
there be passive mutations, but there will also be
अच्छा।
active mutations. And a lot of those mutations support these
और
archetypes.
सब बढ़िया ना
Favorite way to play pretty much
बिल्कुल
any
बिल्कुल
game is
Stream
chasing
करेंगे
after
अभी भी?
those game
हाँ।
breaking builds. And that's why I'm so excited for what
कितने
we're
लोग
doing
हैं
with
stream पे?
archetypes in Grounded 2.
पता नहीं
I'm all in on the rogue. Now
Okay.
you can even
आज
dual
मतलब
wield
आए नहीं क्या
daggers.
कोई
I've
भी
been dialing in
मैं
this
सिर्फ
class
चैट ही
cannon
देखता हूँ
build
मेरे
that
को वो नहीं
stacks
पता रहता
ambush,
कितने लोग देख रहे
assassin,
हैं
and cardiofan mutations with
I
the
see.
wolfbane daggers and the wolf spider armor. It lets me open up combat with massive backstab damage
ठीक
that also inflicts venom. Then I can use the extra stamina to reposition and try to dodge, rinse, and repeat. It's high risk, high reward, and absolute chaos in all the best way. I'm looking forward to seeing what wild combos the community comes up with and what they inevitably break once they get their hands on the archetype system. It's going to be
चलिए फिर
awesome
enjoy करिए ना
watching
कोडू
it evolve
ठीक
with player
ठीक हाँ
feedback and watching us try to
3
keep
महीने
up
का है
with all of your
1349
game-breaking
का
builds.
हम्म
One of the great things about Grounded is the variety of
इसमें
players
कुछ
it
मल्टीप्लेयर
attracts,
बचा है सब
from
सिंगल प्लेयर ही
builders
पड़ा
to
हुआ है
crafters and everything in
अभी
between. If you've ever watched
लास्ट
Fantastic
ईयर से
Grounded
काफी
live
चीजें आ
stream,
गई है
you'd
तो
know that
पता
I'm
नहीं
right.
देखना पड़ेगा
I am a murderer.
अपडेट करके बताइएगा
Personally,
हाँ
I
बता
prefer the
दूंगा
term harvester.
लेकिन अभी
I
मेरे पे
like
है
going
नहीं ना
out, hitting things, and bringing the
ए
materials
कोडू
like insect body
क्या
parts
ये तो बटर
back to
चिकन
my
ले रहा है
friend's
यार
seeds. This
क्या
way,
हुआ
we keep progressing
1349
and
की
playing
जगह
together.
ये 3838
We're also
8
trying
दिखा
to
रहा
make
है
sure
मुझे
that armor and equipment
हाँ,
are
आपने
easily
ज़्यादा add to
understood
cart
by
कर
the
दिया
player,
होगा।
especially when they're playing
अबे तो
co-op with their friends.
कितने ऐड टू कार्ड हो गए भाई?
It was really, really important for us to
इसमें
deliver
कोई
on
तरीका नहीं है
all
देखने
of
का?
that
अच्छा
for
दो
the
हैं
bigger space and
item.
experience, because that was the only way we could truly support the feature the community
वाह।
has been asking for since the very first Grounded release. Mounts. Our mounts, we call them buggies, have an entire suite of moves and have their own special abilities and attacks.
We really wanted the buggies to be an extension of the player in every way possible. And that meant making sure that
चलिए
buggies
कोडो पे
had
मिलते हैं ना।
unique and
Okay,
valuable
bye bye.
abilities
और
across
ऐड
all
टू
the
कार्ड को
core
चेंज
pillars of
करने का ऑप्शन भी नहीं है
So
बड़े
that
चिकनों
doesn't
के
just mean
अंदर।
exploration and travel.
होगा होगा
That
देखो।
has gameplay implications
वो
for
जब
combat,
लॉगिन पॉगिन करेंगे तब हो जाएगा, वैसे
crafting,
नहीं है।
and building as well. Just like how we wanted to expand on player
वैसे
playstyles
दिखा नहीं
throughout the
रहा।
game, we're going to make sure that
लॉगिन के
every
बिना
buggy
इतना
that
सब
we
करने दे रहा है, वही
add
बड़ी
has its
बात है।
own personality.
रखो भाई और
Red
कैसे
Ants
ही।
will
लेकिन बहुत
recommend
फीकी
us to
साइट
two
है।
Red Ant workers to follow you around and help you out.
बहुत फीकी बनी है, बहुत पुराने
ऐप पे फोकस रहता है उनका, साइट वाइट पे नहीं है फोकस।
And they'll fight right alongside
अच्छा,
you and provide support.
ऐप यूज करते हैं ना सब
Weaver
लोग।
buggies are a little less useful when it comes to general utility, like
साइट तो
building
इसीलिए
base
बना
roads.
दिया क्योंकि क्लाउड
They're
गेमिंग
awesome when
सपोर्ट
it comes to
करता है ना वो।
combat. Sure, their defenses
जी।
aren't super strong, but they're heavy hitters. They're also super fast and they have
चलिए
some great
बढ़िया
special
एंजॉय करिए ना।
abilities, like a
हाँ,
scream
ठीक
that
है।
allows them to stun
लेकिन
lesser
अब
powered
उसका
insects.
बजट चेंज हो गया है कोडो के उसका।
And the ability
समझ में
to
नहीं आ
shoot
रहा पूरा
webs
RTX
and
लिया
entangle
जाए
other
नहीं लिया जाए।
creatures. So the Orb Weavers won't be your base building buggy. You should use the Red
अबे
Ant
96
solely for
GB
that.
रैम रहेगी और 96 GB VRAM भी
They're
रहेगी तो पड़
super
जाएगी
fun
ना
for
सिस्टम की तो।
exploration and combat.
और क्या।
लेकिन
Red
ये है
Ant
कि सारे
soldiers and Orb
जितने
Weaver
भी
spiders
LLM
will
वाले
be
मॉडल्स हैं
available
ज़्यादातर
at
सारे
game
कैरी
preview
आउट हो
launch.
जाएंगे।
There will be others in the future, but those are the two we're starting with.
देखेंगे नहीं तो भैया 5090 का एक्सपीरियंस
Connection
लेते हैं
our
फिर
grounded
बाद में
community
लेंगे प्रो
has
वाला।
with us is something we want to keep forging with the sequel.
अभी
as
तो
we
कुछ
make
ही
an
नहीं ले
even
रहे हैं,
bigger
सोचेंगे
game than the
जब।
original.
Pretty much from day
बिल्कुल।
one, we knew we
बिल्कुल,
wanted to
बिल्कुल।
return to game preview.
Bye
for
bye
Grounded
कोडो।
2.
बाय बाय।
Sure, it comes with some trade-offs, like the game's not done and it's out to the world. But there's so
अबे
much
ये
value
क्या है?
in building it alongside the community. Buggies change how you traverse and navigate the park. What we're doing with Grounded 2 is we're actually keeping zip lines held back so we can see how players engage with buggies, and then we can tweak zip lines to bring them back over time to really complement that buggy experience and make exploring the park far more fun. That kind of feedback loop helped shape the original Grounded, and we wanted to shape the design for Brook Hollow Park, archetypes, buggies, all of it. We also learned a lot from that first time around. One thing that stood out immediately: players blaze through our content, especially the story. That makes sense. Story, characters, world building, that's kind of Obsidian's thing. It's the flavor we bring to the survival genre. So this time, we're starting with a much bigger baseline.
There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the 2-year anniversary of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will.
One of our favorite parts of the first game was watching the community uncover clues and spin up theories. This time around, we're leaning even more into that, and we'll be keeping a close eye on what our players discover
स्टोरी
and
भाई
how they
बहुत
interpret it.
अच्छी थी इस गेम
Because
की।
you never know what might inspire us as
खत्म करे
development moves
खत्म
forward.
नहीं करी
We really
कभी
started to hit our
भी, लेकिन
groove at the end
जितना
of
खेला
Grounded
उतना
1.
अच्छा
We
लगा।
found that being open about what we were planning and then following through was key to building trust with the community. As a small team, we had to experiment with update pacing and scope, and what we found resonated the most with all of you were bigger, beefier updates, even if it took us a little longer to land. So that's the plan. Larger, more complete updates spaced out just enough so we can take your feedback seriously and make every drop count. You can expect in our big updates new buggies, new biomes, new building pieces, all the good stuff. And we're launching with a public roadmap so everyone knows what to be excited about in the future.
All of us at Obsidian Entertainment and IDOS Montreal are super excited about how close we are to letting all of you players get shrunk a second time and explore the all-new park on buggies in Grounded 2. If you're a returning Grounded player, we're really looking forward to you experiencing all the improvements. If this is your first time getting Tiny, then all I can tell you is that a world with an entirely new perspective and an entirely new feel awaits you in Brook Hollow Park. It's time to ride together and survive together.
और बहुत सा वेदर सिस्टम भी डाल रहे हैं क्या ये लोग? बढ़िया रहने वाली है भाई ग्राउंडेड 2। और भाई इतनी जल्दी आ रही है।
We have been expecting you. This is where it starts. We can change the world as we know it. Can you handle that?
भाई कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी ब्लैक ऑप्स 7 अनाउंस कर दी इन लोगों ने। लोग पागल हो रहे होंगे इस टाइम पे लिटरली।
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections? Here's to playing in the mud. And when we need their help, they send us a hero. Here we go. Please follow me.
फोर्जा फोर्जा लोग भी फोर्जा फोर्जा कर रहे हैं भाई। फोर्जा एक्चुअली में फोर्जा आनी चाहिए थी भाई, लेकिन ठीक है नहीं आई तो कुछ नहीं कर सकता अब इसमें। रिवील हो जानी चाहिए थी लेकिन इट्स फाइन। लेकिन भाई पूरा का पूरा इवेंट ज़बरदस्त रहा भाई, ज़बरदस्त। हाई ऑन लाइफ का सेकंड वर्जन आने वाला है भाई, हाई ऑन लाइफ 2 ज़बरदस्त रहने वाला है भाई। और द आउटर वर्ल्ड्स 2 तो यार ऑफ कोर्स बहुत अच्छा लगा। ग्राउंडेड 2, टोनी हॉक्स प्रो स्केटर, गियर्स ऑफ वॉर, ज़बरदस्त इवेंट भाई, ज़बरदस्त इवेंट। 3-4 दिनों से मैं जो भी इवेंट्स देखता आ रहा हूँ उनमें से बेस्ट इवेंट रहा है भाई एक्सबॉक्स का। Thank you for watching. Damn bro, it was a great event. Great event भाई, great event। 2 घंटे का इवेंट था भाई साहब, जबरदस्त भाई, मजा आ गया देखने में। मेरी फेवरेट गेम्स में आपको बताऊं ना तो हाई ऑन लाइफ 2 तो भाई टॉप ऑफ द लिस्ट। हाई ऑन लाइफ 2 के लिए मैं तैयार हूँ भाई, आने दो हाई ऑन लाइफ 2। फिर क्लॉकवर्क रेवोल्यूशन ठीक है, देखा जाएगा वो कैसी गेम है। फिर ये कौन सी थी पता नहीं, रेजिडेंस अ प्लेग टेल, ना नो थैंक यू, नेक्स्ट। फिर दिखाया था इन लोगों ने, कौन सा था, द डॉन, हाँ ये थोड़ा सा वियर्ड लगा गेम, पता नहीं कभी वैम्पायर दिखा रहे थे कभी स्वॉर्ड फाइट्स दिखा रहे थे, नो आइडिया। गेम प्ले देखना ज़रूरी है इस चीज़ का ज़्यादा। फिर इन लोगों ने दिखाया ये द मीट, पता नहीं क्या नाम था इसका, सुपर मीट करके कुछ है, सुपर
Secret where this beneath is where
व्हाट
is beneath the
क्या कहाँ गया भाई? हाँ ये रहा, सुपर मीट बॉय 3D। पहले मुझे ऐसा लगा कि एस्ट्रोबॉट का कोई कंपैरेटर बनाया इन लोगों ने। लेकिन भाई जब गेम प्ले देखा तो फट गई। निंजा गाइडेन 4 ना, नॉट रियली एक्साइटेड फॉर दैट। फिर आया बीस्ट और री इनकारनेशन, ये तो भाई पता नहीं क्या था ये गेम। अच्छा हाँ ये वाली ना, ये टिपिकल अनरियल इंजन।
西暦4026年人類は滅亡を待つのみ
फिर क्लॉकवर्क रेवोल्यूशन दिखाया, और फिर ग्राउंडेड 2। भाई ग्राउंडेड 2 भी टॉप ऑफ द लिस्ट। ग्राउंडेड 2 भी देखने में मज़ा आएगी, ज़बरदस्त रहने वाली है ग्राउंडेड 2 भी। फिर एल्डर स्क्रॉल्स का आया था एक डीएलसी, एंड देन अफिलियन। हाँ ये अफिलियन भाई, इस गेम को देखकर कोई कैसे बोल सकता है कि भाई डेथ स्ट्रैंडिंग का क्लोन नहीं है ये। जस्ट लुक एट दिस, कोई कैसे बोल सकता है कि डेथ स्ट्रैंडिंग का क्लोन नहीं है। लिटरली भाई, और है ही क्या ये गेम। मुझे लिटरली ऐसा ही लगा डेथ स्ट्रैंडिंग 2 आने वाली है, लेकिन कुछ अलग ही नाम है भाई इसका तो, अफिलियन करके। पर ठीक है, फिर ये गेम बिल्कुल, हाँ ये बिल्कुल अलग ही गेम था। पता नहीं क्या चल रहा था भाई इस गेम में, कभी रेनोवेशन चल रहा था, कभी मॉन्स्टर से फाइट कर रहे थे, पता नहीं भाई क्या चल रहा था। अच्छी तरह से गेम प्ले आएगा तो पता चलेगा। फिर ये वाली गेम, हाँ दिस लुक ग्रेट भाई, ये गेम बहुत ही अच्छी लगी देख के। क्या नाम था इस गेम का अगेन?
누군가 당신의 분노를 이용한다. 지정태.
मुडांग टू दी 2 हार्ट्स। और ये गेम काफ़ी अच्छी लगी थी। विजुअल नॉवेल बोल सकते हैं इस चीज़ को भाई। प्लैनेट ऑफ लाना 2। फिर फॉलआउट 76 का कोई नया अपडेट था तो उसको हटाएंगे साइड में। फिर पाल वर्ल्ड का लिटरली भाई क्लोन है ये किस तरह से आप बोल सकते हो क्लोन नहीं है। लाइक लुक एट द यूआई, ये देखो ये सब क्या है भाई। दिस इज लिटरली पाल वर्ल्ड को इन लोगों ने उठाया और बस कॉपी पेस्ट मारा ऐसा लग रहा है। ऑफ कोर्स वेपन्स वगैरह थोड़े अलग कर दिए, ये वो थोड़ा अलग कर दिया, लेकिन कोई कैसे बोल सकता है कि पाल वर्ल्ड से डिफरेंट है ये। एंड ऑफ कोर्स टोनी हॉक्स टिकेटर। ये जो पुराने गेम के जिन लोगों ने क्लिप्स दिखाया ना भाई साहब, ये चीज़ मैं खेला करता था पहले, PS2 में खेली हुई ये चीज़ें। फिर ये वाली फालतू गेम थी, क्या नाम था इसका? फेट्स एंड, गियर्स ऑफ वॉर रीलोडेड। फिर इनजस्टिस कुछ खास नहीं था। कीपर क्या है? कीपर क्या था? हाँ ये वाला ना, ये मतलब ज़िंदगी में कुछ करने के लिए ना हो ना तो ये ऐसे गेम खेलूँ मैं, ऐसी बात है। बट ठीक है, स्पेशली इस गेम के लिए मैं टाइम नहीं निकालूंगा। फिर कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी ब्लैक ऑप्स 7 भाई साहब, ये वाले अनाउंसमेंट को देख के लोग पागल हो गए होंगे, गजब पागल हो गए होंगे लोग। लेकिन आई रियली डोंट केयर अबाउट कॉल ऑफ ड्यूटी दैट मच, तो आगे बढ़ते हैं। फिर इन लोगों ने स्टार्ट किया था द आउटर वर्ल्ड्स डायरेक्ट। आउटर वर्ल्ड्स 2 काफ़ी अच्छी लग रही थी भाई गेम, तो मैं बोलूँगा यार ओवरऑल एक बहुत ही अच्छा इवेंट रहा है इनके लिए, बहुत अच्छा इवेंट रहा है भाई। प्रॉप्स टू एक्सबॉक्स। लास्ट 2-3 दिनों में बहुत सारे इवेंट्स हुए, लेकिन कोई भी इवेंट इतना अच्छा नहीं हुआ था जितना एक्सबॉक्स ने आज किया है, जितना एक्सबॉक्स ने आज शोकेस किया है। ग्रेट इवेंट भाई, बहुत सारे अच्छे गेम्स। तो भाई आज इतना ही रखेंगे स्ट्रीम पे। अब भाई कल से काम करना शुरू करना है मुझे। थर्सडे को एक नई वीडियो आने वाली है आपके लिए 9060 XT वर्सेस 5060 एंड 5060 Ti। काफ़ी सारे लोगों को क्वेश्चंस भी थे कि भाई 5060 को लूँ कि 5060 Ti लूँ कि ओल्ड में जाऊँ 3060 लूँ 4060 लूँ। बहुत सारे अलग अलग क्वेश्चंस थे कि 660 700 50XT लूँ, आखिर क्या लूँ, क्योंकि भाई इस टाइम पे मार्केट बहुत ही ज़्यादा कंफ्यूजिंग चल रहा है। तो उस कंफ्यूजन को थोड़ा सा दूर करने की कोशिश की जाएगी थर्सडे को। सो स्टे ट्यून्ड ऑन द चैनल। ये चैनल अभी बहुत ही ऊपर जाने वाला है, डो नॉट वरी। धीरे धीरे करके मैं अपने कंटेंट को बहुत ही अच्छी क्वालिटी पे लेके जाऊंगा। तो भाई स्टे ट्यून्ड, दैट्स ऑल आई एम गोइंग टू से। तो भाई थैंक यू फॉर ट्यूनिंग इन, दिस वॉज द एंड ऑफ द स्ट्रीम। I will meet you again in the next stream. Bye bye.